What's up, AFTERBUZZ family? Hey, you know what? It's not you, it's me. And on this episode of Braxton Family Values, the ultimate breakup comes on this episode's review of You Gotta Get Pelvic to Pelvic. Check it out.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AFTERBUZZ TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
This is a classic. Not even a tweet. Can't get an IG from you.
Okay, we need an updated version. Song,
like,
you can remix it.
Those weren't even out back then.
Like 7 whole days, couldn't even get a call from you. I can't get a call from my brother now. Y'all too afraid to pick up the phone.
Now, while y'all over here having a conversation, I'm singing the song.
Oh, I'm sorry. Hit the note.
I hear you, Toni. You better hit it.
Get that little voice like Toni. Living legend. What's up, everybody? It is AFTERBUZZ TV's official after show for Braxton Family Values. We're on episode 6. You gotta get pelvic to pelvic. I know that's right. I used to be feeling that heat down there. I'm your host, McCall Hall. You can find me on social media when sports and pop culture collide at McCall Hall. And I just changed my IG to McCall Hall of Fame. I'm gonna change the Twitter at some point. But who do we have to our left?
Y'all can find me everywhere. I'm Mr. Carter. You already know though.
Well, I mean, after that, I'm DJ Richie Skye. You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at DJ Richie Skye.
And we are without the dear Kalima, but she'll be back next week. Now, check it out. You can find us on AFTERBUZZ TV across the board on social media. Engage with us. Subscribe on YouTube.
Yes.
Give us some good ratings and good comments. We read all of this.
And tweet back at us. We like it.
We love it. We love it. You know what else I love? A good slow dance.
Really?
And we see a lot of that today.
I hate a slow dance, actually.
Does anybody even do that in real life?
Like,
anymore?
nobody does.
Nobody does.
You don't go to the club no
Okay.
more. Nobody slow dances at all.
And I miss it.
I mean, they bump and grind, but like, they don't even do that anymore. All they do is bounce to trap music.
And shake
I mean,
shake
slow
ass.
dance to trap music.
Twerk.
Which song?
It's all about twerking.
I mean, they can do a good twerk.
You can slow dance to Fetty Wap.
What?
Okay,
Okay, you can do your little. Okay.
anyways, you guys, let's get into this episode.
Okay.
We love the Braxtons. You guys are my big sisters in my head, and once again, I had such a joy watching them. So let's just get into it. This episode starts off with a revelation, if you will. So we find out that Towanda and Trina are ready to be done with this whole background singing thing. Were you guys surprised?
Was I surprised? I mean, yeah, a little bit, because, I mean, throughout the seasons, we've definitely seen them kind of backing her up for the most part. But, I mean, I'm surprised, but then I'm not surprised, because they're all, like, they have their own things going now.
Yeah.
You know?
First off, they've always came to the table and been like, we're tired of being pop chicks, which is what they used to call them.
I thought that was
They've
more
said
Tamar.
that, right?
That's
Which
true.
is true, but they agreed though.
I mean, I felt like they silently agreed. Like, they were like in the background nodding their head.
Okay, we all gonna vote this way.
Right.
And then Tamar was the only one that said, I'm not doing that no more.
Now, all this comes up because Towanda is in Hill Harper has some kind of charity event, and so Towanda is going to be in the dance competition. So she's, telling everybody about this whole dance competition, which is going to be really cool. And because it's put on by Hill Harper, I got really hot in the draws. Now,
Really?
yeah. So next up, we have Toni at Tamar's house talking about needing new background singers. So look, it's kind of like two people. You ever been in a relationship where you can feel like, this ain't right, and you know that your partner's kind of like, this ain't right. I feel like everybody,
And nobody's saying anything.
and nobody wants to say anything. That's what this whole episode was like. That weird, awkward breakup that ends fantastic, because you were like, well, I don't want to spoil it for you guys. But what did you guys think about Toni wanting to get rid of them?
Toni, it's time. I mean, if Toni is trying to reinvent her career in a sense, it's time. You need a new. If you want to do something different, you gotta do different things. So yeah, be different.
Yeah, I think it's time. Like at a certain point in time, I mean, you gotta like separate the family from the work. You know what I mean? I'm sure that can get a little bit exhausting at times. You know what I mean?
I just feel like, because of this show, Towanda, I didn't know Towanda before this show. I didn't know, no disrespect. Like, you guys, I'm not trying to throw shade, but I didn't know them.
Right.
So for me, it's kind of like now, if, let's say, Toni came to LA and there were tickets on sale, I would totally be like, oh my gosh, I get to see Towanda. I get to see Trina perform.
Right.
I feel like it's a bad move. I don't want to see some randoms. I want to see the girls.
Interesting.
That's me.
I mean, just the way I want to see it, I want to see Toni with 8 dancers, like 8 backup
Yeah, not
dancers,
just
and like,
two.
you know what
Yeah,
I'm
I
saying?
wanna see
Like,
a show.
because the only reason I say that is because I feel like she is an artist that is kind of like, she can do that at this point in her career. You know what I'm saying? She has hits that can, you know, she can bring out a squad of dancers and stuff like that. I want to see a revved up show. You know what I'm saying?
And let's just be honest, you guys. I am a survivor of Beyonce's formation tour. She
Survivor.
snatched
That's what I'm
me
saying.
bald,
That's what
and
I'm saying.
she had about, I don't know, like 8 or 9.
It looked like an army of dancers.
An army.
up there, yeah.
I mean, and once Beyonce sets that
Right, sets the
standard,
bar.
you know, you kind of have to follow suit. So, anywho, ladies go to LA for Towanda's dance rehearsal. She's, like I said, competing in this whole competition for Hill Harper, and they crash her rehearsal. I know how that is. Like, I don't like when people watch me do stuff.
I don't either. Like, because I need to get it right first, and I don't want you to see it until it's right. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
that's just
Yet again, Tamar crashes another
Tamar.
one of her sisters.
This is the key.
You know,
Tamar
endeavors.
crashes. I love the quote. How they break down how you have to rehearse. It's slow, quick, slow. That's how I like it. slow, quick.
Slow.
You know what? Something
quick and
something
slow.
that
With the
Towanda
candles.
brought up was that takeover spirit. Me and my friends talk about that a lot. Y'all know somebody in your life with a takeover spirit? Like, sometimes you don't even want to involve them in something because you know they're going to take it over. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Don't bring them to the function.
okay, because you know this person going to take it over.
Take it over.
Yes.
That's
We talk,
ridiculous.
so when she said it tonight, I was like, oh my God, like, she is in my friendship circle. Like, because we talk about it all the time.
I know someone just like that.
I do.
Well, I thought it was really cute. And then Towanda gets them put out. She talks to her training partner, and she's like, they gotta go. Like,
He was nice. I'm surprised he didn't say in the beginning that they couldn't even, be inside.
But
I mean,
my whole thing is, was it really bothering him?
I
he
think it was
seemed like he
bothering
wanted
him.
to see Tamar, in my opinion. He seemed like he was very delighted to see Tamar Braxton walk in the room.
Well,
to
I'm going to
me.
be very honest. If Tamar came in here right now, I would be delighted.
I would be,
I
too.
would low-key stand because I live for Tamar. I live for all of them, but Tamar
Right.
just cracks me up. So, ladies head to Brooklyn for this Toni Braxton concert.
Dun, 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 dun.
Dun, 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 dun. First of all, the performance. They performed 7 whole days at this concert. Ooh, that is classic.
And I like the little kind of upbeat they kind of did to it. That was nice.
It was beautiful. Toni still slays the costume game.
She does,
She
and her
slays-
body is still like
Banging.
amazing. Like, it's
She ain't lost a step.
crazy, and especially to hear like all the things that she's kind of gone through. She still looks like that.
Yes.
Like,
She has lupus. Like, for you guys who are new to the whole Braxton culture, Toni has battled lupus and bankruptcy.
And
I mean, that alone,
oftentimes-
like, that would have me.
In your life, okay.
To battle lupus, they will put you on steroids, which actually will make people gain weight. So it's it's definitely an amazing thing for her that, I don't know, either she hasn't had to take them or that she has, developed some type of way to handle it.
Yeah,
And
I didn't
still
know
look
that.
that good. Yeah, I have a friend of mine who has it. So
gosh.
she had it. She discovered she had it when she was in college, and then all throughout she ended up on steroids and just to combat the different things that was going on with her body. Yeah, it was
Go
it was
to the
crazy.
gym. I said, go to the gym, battle it out.
Yeah, but she had her days, just like Toni was talking about, where she just didn't feel like she could do anything. You know what I mean?
I was saying go to the gym because you got roids in your system, so you can do some extra reps. I've been taking advantage. I'm like,
LOL, y'all. That was funny.
Listen, I had 10
sorry. That's how my mind works. Like, how can I get an extra rep?
I
So,
love that though.
right?
I love that you said that.
If I could, I would be like a female bodybuilder. like snatched weight. But I don't want flat. We're off topic. Speaking of flat, after the concert, everybody goes to dinner, the whole gang, and then we hear Tamar, hey girl, admit that she wants a flat butt.
Surfboards.
Which is crazy because I could have sworn Tamar was always like, I want to be like Beyonce. Now, not saying that Beyonce has a flat butt, but Beyonce has a pretty
She's curvaceous.
normal. Yes, exactly. That's the perfect word for it. She's curvaceous. So I don't see anything wrong with being curvaceous. That's not, necessarily having a Nicki Minaj ass, but, you have something.
Well, she said that she wants to have a flat butt, not so much because she prefers the look.
Because it's not couture. What kind of shit? What kind of answer was that?
Couture.
I don't get that.
Look, let me tell you something.
Designer gowns, boy. Designer gowns.
But what do you got to be like a zero to wear a designer gown?
I mean,
not so much that.
Sample sizes.
It's not so much the size, but it's just the cut of the garment. It's not for someone with rump. I never get free gowns. I have to buy mine full price and have them altered because look, I'm sitting down, but I'm sitting on a lot.
You need to get with some of these Instagram girls because they be getting them from all types of places and their booties be like really injected.
And my booty is big, but it ain't that big.
Like, and they be getting all these free dresses from, whatever. I'm not gonna name no names, but I'm just saying, you know what I'm talking about. You didn't see them. Don't tell me.
Hit me
y'all
on IG.
Know.
DMS.
Hit me on IG.
You too
Slide
can
the
get
DM
yours.
with them dresses. Okay. So we basically had a conversation just now, just about as long as they had to wait for Toni. So Toni comes in. Toni, girl, I know
Shame
you are
on
a
you,
Toni
girl.
Braxton living legend, but you can't have your family waiting an hour for you. And
No,
it was
it was actually,
12:56.
An hour and a half,
it was
right?
like almost 2 hours. that
Was
they
it 2
waited.
hours?
I
They said
felt like
hour
it
and a
was.
half. Yeah, that was ridiculous.
Hell no.
Everybody ate. Everybody was full. The itis kicked in, and she
Let me
had the
tell you
nerve to show
something.
up.
I would have had my starter Caesar, and if she wasn't sitting down, I would have told them to make mine to go, take mine back to the hotel.
Wait,
But
not
you
the
know
starter
what?
Caesar
I
though.
don't even think they can like.
I love a good starter Caesar.
salad. I love a Caesar salad too.
Don't tell me y'all up in the Olive Garden.
Oh, I love it. The Caesar salad and the
God,
breadsticks.
they food is so greasy.
I don't go to
But the
Olive Garden
breadsticks,
anymore.
though, and
Their
the
salad's
salad.
actually really good.
No, that salad with the extra cheese on it. I say load it up with the cheese. Load it up with the cheese. So yes, Toni comes in and is doing the most. Okay, so Toni's like, why is it so tense? You don't get why it's tense, girl. We've been waiting on you for 2 hours.
I think I would have done the same thing. The energy's bad. I gotta go.
Like the energy's just bad. Like
I understood where she was coming from with that, but it was funny. Like, how you
Hold
be
on,
the
though.
last person to show up and the first person to leave.
You cannot leave this dinner table if you show up 2 hours late
And it was
and we were waiting on you.
her dinner. Her
okay,
dinner at that.
her response for why she was late. Well, I had to take a shower. And I had,
Kinda.
every one of them girls was at that table looking like a greasy Krispy Kreme donut in the face. Ain't had a chance to blot or nothing. Toni comes in beat, matte finish,
Fresh.
Fresh.
She came in fresh.
smelling like Chanel.
Okay,
Trina's
wait.
like, my pits are wet. Gee willikers. You know how Trina be doing. Gosh darn it.
G. Willikers.
Trina, it's all love. We
love
love
you,
all
Trina.
you. We love all y'all. I swear. So Toni leaves, and then we move on to Tamar, Towanda, and Trina chatting about wanting to be done once again as being background singers before Toni gets to the hotel room.
Yeah.
It's like that secret, right? But the thing is,
How were they scared though?
it's like letting
It's
somebody
like
down.
you don't want to disappoint your family, you know what I'm saying? And you don't know how she's gonna take it, if she's prepared to do it, and if they know that, like Tamar said, that Toni is used to a certain thing when she's on the stage, she's not gonna want to. The mindset could be she's not gonna want us to leave. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And it was awkward for Tamar because it's kind of like, I know the secret. Like, Tamar is like that
It's so
person.
funny.
She was sipping. She sat there. She was like,
Yeah, like she knows the truth on both sides. And she's like, hell, I can't say nothing.
that was hilarious. Her reaction was hilarious.
And then Toni comes in and it gets tense again because Toni wants to say it.
Yeah.
And it's super tense. And then somebody said, no, Towanda goes, are you getting married? And Toni goes, no. And did you guys catch Tamar go, damn. That was funny. They're just waiting on Toni to get married. Gets kind of tense. So was this the point where Toni broke the news to them? She broke it at the end.
Yeah,
She broke it
kind
at
of
the
a
end.
mutual.
Yeah,
Yeah, she broke it at
she
the
broke
end.
it, and then they were like cheering about it because they were happy.
Yeah. So they finally, it's come to an agreement, like, it's time to be done. But they all have stuff to do. So happy ending. So Traci. So we haven't really seen Traci's episode until the cancer walk. And she's in D.C. for, I want to say it's Susan G. Komen.
Yes.
And she actually got to perform. So, look, I'm one of those people, like, it doesn't matter what it is, I'm going to judge a little bit. I thought the performance was okay.
Now let me ask y'all this: have you guys heard any music from Traci's album? You have.
Yes.
What was your opinion on it?
Initially the first single. First of all, I would say that it took a direction that I wasn't expecting.
Agreed.
I would say that overall the music is good. I see where she was trying to go. The only thing is, I feel like they auto-tuned her a lot on the album, and I feel like her voice is not a voice that you even need to do that with. So it was kind of an interesting creative choice in that regard. But I'm looking forward to seeing where she goes next.
Well, you're a DJ. Would you drop it in the club? Is it going to get the club riled up?
Not the song she sung today.
Okay.
But
It's a song on the
there's a
album,
song that I would definitely
I think I know what you're talking
throw
about,
into
too.
the rotation.
Yeah. She
You know
got
what I'm
one on
saying?
there that's a banger.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just late to the party because I ain't heard none of it. Is it on Tidal?
It's on iTunes. I know for sure. I'm
I gotta
not
buy
sure.
it.
I'm not a title.
I mean, you got
person.
Apple Music?
You
I got both.
Music?
If you got Apple Music,
Okay.
just listen to it on there.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to listen to it on the ride home.
Yeah.
Traci, all love. I just, I didn't know the song, so I really couldn't get into it.
couldn't get into it,
But
right.
what I noticed is, it looked like the crowd was kind of doing some dance along with the song. Is there choreography with that song or something?
Not that I know of. I think
everybody
they
was
was just
doing
kind
something.
of.
They were.
Like-
It looked like they were doing some type of line dance, but I couldn't be quite sure what was going on.
Anywho,
You know, they do love a good line dance in the DC. I'm letting you know.
Oh yeah, because they do the
The wobble,
not
like the
but
electric
they call it
slide.
Wale. Let me know, because I heard Wale say it one time.
What?
The kind of style of music.
Go-go?
Go-go.
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
go-go. Go-go.
Yes.
Go-go.
Yes.
Yes. So Towanda arrives in D.C. next for the Hill Harper dance competition. I just dropped my pen. I don't need all talk with my hands. And her partner is late. Don't you hate it when somebody's late? First of all, let's just keep it 100. Towanda, you have every right to be upset. You're the star. He's lucky he got the call to be your dance partner. How dare you be late? Hell, this is my show. And you gonna be late? Ain't nobody
just
coming here to
right.
see you.
That's just like if you got a studio session or something and you're the artist and your producer, your engineer's not there. They should be there before you with your session set up and ready. So when you come in, you can get your work done.
Let me tell you something. As in any situation where we are all working, if you show up late and I get there early, because I try to get everywhere early. Like, I try. Lord, I try. I try.
And you black. Look at God.
Okay? And I live in LA. So it is just blatant disrespect to show up like that kind of late when I might not even have time to like do what I need to do.
Right?
Because I need to feel comfortable.
Because you don't want to be rushed.
No.
You don't want to be rushed. I was late coming here today. I had a show before this, and I was late, and it was just like I couldn't even really get into the show because I still
you're
had
thinking,
405 on
yeah,
my brain.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
But let me tell you this much: don't let me get no real money and no real fame. You better be there before me, sitting in my seat, warming it. When I sit down, it better be warm already. Thank you. Shit. Anywho, so he ends up being, I want to say 30 minutes late. I think he was 30 minutes late.
45 minutes late.
He was late.
If you calculate the amount of time she said he was late, it was about 45 minutes.
Him and Toni must have been
Shaking
kicking
my
it
head.
together. Can't nobody get no wrong time. Love you, Toni. And so they run the risk of having no rehearsal. And then we have a little bit of break. Traci and Trina, they cut back to them at the cancer walk, and they talk to their father, which I thought was great. I love Michael Sr. And we don't get to see him a whole lot.
Yeah,
But
I actually wrote that in my notes. I'm
Yeah.
glad that he's around. He
Yeah.
seems to be around more, so that's what's up.
And they made a joke about his handiwork. Now, look, I don't know if this is a black daddy thing or just a regular old American daddy thing, but why y'all always start stuff and then never finish it? There's so much.
You know what? I was about to say, well, my dad finishes everything, but not that garage though.
Like there's
That
always
garage
something.
was never quite finished.
Right.
You know, it's still you know, like when they just built it. You know what I'm saying? You still got the little white dots on, you know what I mean?
Exactly. Some like that final coat of paint never made it on. Oh shit, I'm tired. The game is coming on. What time the game coming on?
That final coat of
It's
paint
up now,
never
ain't
made
it?
it on.
I mean,
It's up.
it ain't gonna kill us.
Okay.
It ain't stopping you from doing. That's what my dad say. It ain't stopping you from doing nothing.
Okay.
So that was really cute with Michael Sr. So anywho, so we get back to Towanda being irritated about this gentleman being late, and they finally get into their rehearsal, and she doesn't realize that the floor is like felt.
That's
It
interesting.
was weird.
You know, okay, so in DC, I've like DJ'd at the Howard Theater and stuff like that before.
Oh,
so
so
I'm
you're
familiar with it.
familiar with
Yes.
it. This is great.
Why wouldn't they put down a floor? Like, what?
I don't know.
You know, you got people dancing. It's very simple. I mean, to put down
Is
that
it?
type of floor. Yeah.
Don't ask your daddy to do it.
No. Well, maybe that's what happened.
It won't get done,
Somebody's
y'all.
daddy left that day. Yeah, but you can't reasonably dance like that, like on that type of floor.
Like, I'm just thinking about it. Have I ever seen, not even a ballet, like, everything has a hardwood floor.
Especially if you're dancing. It has to be.
I wonder if Hill Harper knew that. Nobody told, like, my whole thing is, Hill Harper
It's his
put,
event, I blame him.
me too. But you know what? Usually they put their name on it and then somebody else is coordinating.
See?
It's always somebody behind the scenes.
Exactly. So everybody shows up for Towandas Performance and they're backstage and they're hanging out. It was really fun. I just love when they all get together.
Me too,
I
because
do
they're
too.
funny.
They're really
Especially when they
funny.
get to singing and making up songs and just being goofy, just being sisters. I love it.
It was so cute. And then Towanda comes in and she was just so frazzled. And I think it was good for her to see them and like calm her nerves. You know what I mean?
And even when the brother showed up too, like I was surprised to see him.
You know what? Michael Jr. I'm trying
I
to
totally missed him. I didn't even
He was
see him.
there.
Yeah,
He
the
was
camera
there.
was real on him real quickly, but he's there.
He was
that.
there. And then Tamar is trying to like help Towanda with some last minute steps. And it just went to him. I was like, you guys probably messed her up even more.
Tamar is
What was
crazy.
the quote they said?
What did she say? She was like 5, 6, 7, 8, and no 1, 2, 3, no. Only Tamar, y'all.
Oh my
Only
gosh.
Tamar.
So Towanda ends up going to get her makeup done, and she admits that she has a huge crush on Hill Harper.
I thought that was so cute because you could tell, like, she really do. Like when he walked in the room,
But her
she lost
husband
it.
walked in
You know she
to drop off the kids like 5 minutes prior.
What's going on with that relationship?
You know that relationship was on the rocks seasons ago. You remember they
is
was
that?
having problems. What's
But
his
why
name?
did-
Andre? Is that his
Yeah, I
name?
think it is Andre.
Yeah, y'all know they was having problems a couple seasons back. But the problems, I don't know, it didn't really seem to get resolved as far as I can remember.
Well, I feel like I'm gonna have to ask her or something.
Yeah, we gotta like
we
look,
have- they have
Towanda,
not
we're not trying to get
interacted.
in your business, but we just want a little clarification. Like,
Mm-hmm.
are you and Andre cool? Because like the way you were hot in the draws for Hill Harper, like if I had a husband, Lord, if you just deliver one good one, I wouldn't.
He will. He gonna do it for you.
he gonna deliver.
He gonna do it.
Best believe.
I don't think I would be so vocal about my admiration for somebody else because she was frazzled.
She was.
Frazzled.
Like,
I know
yeah.
she was.
To quote, as soon as she heard that Hill Harper was coming, she says, "It made my heart want to jump into my coochie."
Okay, I ain't never heard that one.
I've never heard
That's
it, but I'm gonna
intense,
start.
y'all.
I mean, that's
serious.
intense. Because usually
That's
for
serious.
men, your crotch goes to your heart. Like you start at the crotch, right? For women, like our hearts start first. So that's like real love.
Aw,
That's real love.
look at that.
That's real love. And then Hill comes in. I would have melted. Do you guys think Hill Harper's cute?
I think he's handsome for his age. He's older.
I mean,
He's
you
handsome
guys,
for
you
his
guys
age.
guys, you know, but,
Hey,
you
I'm
know,
not, no shame in my game, but
But-
like I said, he's handsome for his age.
I think he's really handsome.
I don't know. He looks odd to me, but I don't know. That's just me.
I think he's really cute. And Hill, is he married yet? I don't know. But if you are looking, I'm around. So, you know, Hill leaves and Towanda's just like, oh my gosh. So they cut back to the family. And something really interesting happened. While they're waiting for the performance to start, we see Tamar talking about wanting more kids. This is like the second or third time.
Right. Like 3 more.
Yeah, like this is not the first time she's admitted to wanting more children.
Now, if we're not mistaken, wasn't last season, she didn't even want the one. She barely wanted the one to begin with. So the fact that she all of a sudden wants more than just another one. Another one is understandable, but she's like 3?
Like that,
and
that
she said
threw
at
me
least.
off.
She said at least, and she said at least more than one time.
I feel like maybe, once you have one, I don't know because I ain't got none, but like maybe you want that level of like brother or sisterhood type thing for your, for the one. Because, I mean, think about it. She had however many brothers and sisters growing up.
A gang of them.
I'm sure she might want the same thing for Logan.
I'm sure if you were raised with a village of kids, like...
He got a lot of cousins, though.
He do
because
have
they
a lot
all
of
got
cousins.
kids. So he got cousins. It's not like
But
he really
they're
got
not, I mean, it's,
immediate
it's
family,
nothing like having that brother or sister. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Do you have siblings?
I do. Like, it's a it's a different feeling. So maybe she just wants that,
But here's the shade of it all. And I am still in my 20s, but I don't yell out my age. Like, I just don't. Like, you guys will never know how old I am. You can try to find it on Facebook. Delete. Not there. It's all erased. There's no record of my age. But I will tell you, I am in my 20s. And they try to call out Tamar for being... Now, she says she's 39. And they said she's 40.
I thought Tamar was younger than that, y'all. She looks... Y'all, black don't crack.
It's so funny. They all look younger than their ages.
Oh, my God.
To be
Tamar
very honest with you.
damn good for 39.
But
and she's
let me
the
tell
baby,
you.
so that means they're all older than that?
Hell, because
They
Tony's
look
50.
Good.
Tony's 50. Because how old is Babyface? Because we know Babyface up there.
80. Stop, bro. I don't know.
Stop.
For the tender lover, y'all.
I did not. What I'm trying to say is that he could be 80 and he still look the way he looks.
Because he's Babyface.
Exactly.
He gonna go in the casket smelling like
don't you
Gerber.
feel like he just been making hits for decades?
He has.
Like, okay,
I can't believe they won a Grammy off the album they did together in 2014.
See,
That
that's
was,
what I'm talking
I was
about.
like, yo,
That's what I'm saying.
And you know what? That's another album I haven't listened to.
I don't think we make too big of a thing about age, particularly for women. Like, in terms of, like, because it's
They
almost
make it a
like...
big
This is a great
deal.
question.
You think they make it a big
Yes,
deal?
they make it a big deal.
Ooh.
Tell
You
me
guys
why.
make it a big deal. You made it. I'm gonna give you an example. You just made it a big deal yourself. I will. It's not on Facebook. Delete.
But
you just made it a
is
big deal
that
yourself.
in
You guys. This is a
response?
example of women. There's a lot of women I know in my life make it a very big deal about their age. Why?
Because you guys make us feel bad about it.
See, I was about to ask that. I was about to ask, is it in response to a level of ageism as it relates to women? Because women oftentimes feel judged because they are at a certain age.
But how? Like, how is it?
Because,
that you
okay,
make
think about it
y'all
like
feel
this. Trina said to Tamar, well, you're about to be 40. How are you going to, like, your kids having days is just about over. So that could be a level of judgment. You know what I'm saying? And Tamar's like, I'm 39. Get your life.
Tamar's probably 42. Because it's Hollywood. It's Hollywood.
Okay, so then
True.
that leads me to my next question. So when I got out here, when I first moved out here, people were like, well, you need to tell people, like, your Hollywood age is this.
That's crazy.
And so I was like, oh, okay. And so when it came time to tell a lie, I couldn't get it out. Like, you know what I'm saying? I wanted to say, so then it looks like I'm lying either way. Because I'm trying to lie. I can't lie. I ended up telling the truth, and I still sound like I'm lying.
How old are you?
37.
You look.
He said it with no qualms. And you
There
look
shouldn't be.
damn
There shouldn't be any
good.
qualms.
Like, I don't see a thing about it, but I'm just saying that was the thing.
Ooh,
So
you
then
look
people were
good.
like, oh, tell people you're 28. And I was like, okay. And so then when it came time to lie, I would be like, ask me.
How old are you?
It don't even
Cat
feel
got
right.
your
You know
job?
what I'm saying? Because then I'm thinking to myself, well, they're going to look on my, they could just look at my ID. They could just, but...
You got good genes. I'm about to have a baby with
I
you.
told y'all, black don't crack. Black don't crack.
Child, let me tell you something. Let me just get out my piece about this. I feel like in every area in a woman's life, she has to think about her age. Like, you guys could have babies until you're dead. Like, literally.
Boom,
Literally.
boom,
like,
boom.
could happen.
As long as we're fertile.
Exactly, as long as you're fertile. For women, in our marriages, our husband might want a younger girl. You know what I mean? So we got to stay young. In work, it's kind of like you don't want to be too old because then they think you can't keep up, whether it's Hollywood or corporate. You know what I mean? Like you don't want to be an old woman. In every area in our lives, youth is praised for being a woman. You know what I mean? You want to be youthful.
Yeah.
Men, maturity is praised.
That's very true.
You know what I mean? So it's just something that society has put on us, and we've kind of played into it. You're still not going to get my age after that soliloquy.
Don't get it twisted, y'all.
You can sit here and ask all day, honey. You can sit here and ask all day. I done got good at it, too. And I was on a date with somebody. He asked me how old I was. And I said, would you like me to leave now? Or
I was about to say, what did you say?
Right, what would you say?
I said, we get to date number 2, number 3, then I'll let you in on that. You know what the range is.
And that's good enough.
And then one time this dude lied to me about... Okay, let's move on. So Towandas Performance, it was fantastic on that felt floor, which they found... So Towanda told the family that she was performing on felt. And did you hear Tamar go, felt like Jones fabric? Or no.
Joanne's fabric.
Joanne's fabric? That was funny. So the performance was great.
It was.
All that stressing and for what?
But
Towanda, you did such a good job.
Anytime you about to go on stage or do something, y'all know. I mean,
it's
you get that anxiety, and sometimes it's like irrational. You know what I'm saying?
But like, why? Okay. And
You don't get anxious about like, okay, if you about to go like, either host something or like play a sport. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't get anxious.
Tequila.
But see, I think for me personally, I think
Tequila.
that's when it's best to for me personally, this is just my opinion. Because I'm just a solo dolo type person anyways, but I think it's good when you know you. So if you know you finna be like anxious and people are going to do nothing but add fuel to that fire, don't be around those type of people when you have these types of events. Stick to yourself. If you know you can get yourself out of that anxiety, then do that. Because people will make it worse.
I have to
like your whole family.
I will zone out.
My whole family being there, that probably would have made it 10 times worse for my anxiety.
But how many times has Towanda, and I'm not trying to go hard on you, Towanda, but how many times has she performed in front of huge audiences, huge crowds with Toni?
With Toni,
this
right.
ain't nothing.
But you
no
know what?
disrespect to
Toni,
Hill
she's
Harper
the
in your event,
background
but that
with
wasn't nothing.
You just did.
There wasn't but 22 people there.
But you know what it is? It's like you're doing something new for the first time. You know what I'm saying?
That's
and you're
true.
doing it by yourself, and it's choreographed. So this is kind of like your moment to shine. You know what I'm saying? So
That's true.
I feel her. And you're taking that stage by yourself.
Shout out to DJ Richie for giving us that other perspective.
Yeah, you gotta.
Because I wasn't thinking like that. 'Cause
Yeah.
She's not as we discovered, she's not like a dancer. She learns that
Exactly.
choreography
Yeah.
over time, but this was different. So thank you for giving her the benefit of the doubt. I gave the performance a 9.6 out of 10.
I didn't give it no rating, y'all. But if I had to give it a rating, I would give her probably like a 9. Yeah, a 9.
I would give her a 9 too, only because there was this one little part where she had to like drag her feet. It was probably because of the felt floor.
Yeah, I
You
think
saw
it's
the
because
front
of
of
the
I
the
saw
felt
the front of the heel. I was like, girl.
Hey, we seen that, Towanda.
Did it catch your toe? That was
I
what
saw
was
that
thinking.
too. But
So I would give her a 9 for that.
But I think
otherwise, she did great.
I think it has to do with the fact that her partner is shorter than her.
Right, which she made
Because I'm 6 feet tall, and Mr. Carter, how tall are you?
I'm 5'10".
Could you imagine us trying to dance together? And don't let me have on my good heels. My toes gonna be dragging too. But either way, no matter what we thought, Towanda won the whole thing.
She did.
That trophy was
Congrats to
nice,
her.
too.
She
for
got
that.
the big trophy and everything, but the ultimate prize was a kiss from Hill Harper.
Did he really kiss her on the lips though?
Well, I couldn't.
He kissed her twice. It looked like.
I didn't rewind it because I didn't want to piss you guys off, but I wanted to rewind it and look again.
Because it was kind
Rewound
of
it.
quick. Like
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, she said he kissed her on the lips, but I'm like, damn, did he really kiss her on the lips? That
I
probably
saw
was
him
an
come
accident.
in,
I don't think that really was like, I'm finna kiss you on the lips, Towanda. I know what's up. I don't think that.
I would have had my tongue out. I would have had my tongue out as soon as he came back. Nasty. So that was the ultimate prize, and congratulations, Towanda. You earned it. You put in a lot of hard work. Your whole family was there. Miss E was standing for Towanda. It was a great episode. I thought it was really fun.
I thought this has been, like, so far, a really great season for Towanda in general. Just to see her with the acting, and now this, it's kind of like personal milestone after personal milestone, and now she's not dancing with Toni anymore. Yeah, like, she's free.
Not to bring up old stuff, but last season, Towanda had a breakdown at the restaurant. She said, nobody cares about me. Nobody cares about Towanda.
She threw all the glass.
Yeah, then everything went everywhere, and then she had oatmeal on her lip, and I was like, girl, wipe that off. She was so mad, and like, you know. But yeah, like, Towanda hasn't had that chance to just be her and live for herself. She's got this husband who's 60 years old and don't do nothing. She got 2 kids. She got a whole bunch of stuff. So Towanda, thank you for inspiring me to just find yourself. Just do you. It's great.
I love that.
It seems like everybody this season is pretty much doing their own thing. Everybody is in their own lane right now. You know, Toni's getting ready to get new background dancers, so that'll be a new venture for her. Trina's doing her bar chicks thing. You know, Traci is pretty much, you know, doing her promo, you know, stuff, you know, besides her hysterectomy she had. You know, Tamar with her new position, which, you know, we don't know yet. We know she's working, but we don't know exactly what she's doing yet. But everybody's doing something, so that's what's up.
Well, I know this for a fact about Tamar. All of your wigs this episode
slayed. The
Slayed.
blonde, the black, the blue. No.
Oh my god.
The one at the end though, like, no, when she was at the
Farrah Fawcett one,
the dark one.
Oh,
When
that
she
was
was sitting
cute too,
there
with the
at
good
Tony's
length.
hotel, yeah, I was like, oh my god, like, did you look?
Who
they
her
look so
hairstylist?
good. I love all of you guys. I love all of my AfterBuzz family. Look, next week we'll be back with more Braxton Family Values.
Yeah.
Make sure to check us out on AfterBuzz TV on social media across the board. I'm McCall Hall. You can find me on social media when sports and pop culture collide at McCall Hall. And you guys, where can they find you and talk about the show even more?
Y'all can find me everywhere at Mr. Carter.
And you can find me at DJ Richie Skye on Instagram and Snapchat and Twitter.
Snapchat.
Yep.
We'll see you guys next week. Braxton Family Values, we're out.
Peace.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.